just wanted to come out here and explain a little bit about what yoga for the desk employee might look like. And really what I kind of want to accentuate is that it's not some difficult, we're not going to be balancing, getting ourselves into some pretzel shape. It's the opposite of that. In fact, it's about calming things down, slowing down the pace of your hectic workday, making some space, maybe just taking a few purposeful breaths, and most importantly, stretching the areas of your body that tend to either just get overused or underused when you are seated all day long. And for most of us, we don't have that ideal posture. You know, you're sitting at a desk, what do? You get comfortable, so that little slouch comes into play. Add a phone into that, and then the neck goes down, and basically we're just kind of sitting around like bananas, and we want to get the spine tall again, shoulders back and down, and just back to that natural state of what humans used to look like. So let's just do a little sprinkling of what some of these stretches might look like. Let's start with one hand, just putting a hand right out in front of you, taking all 4 fingers, pulling them back with the opposite hand. So you start to stretch into the fingers, the palm, bottom of the wrist, right up into the forearm. And it might be alarming how tight this is, but think about what you do all day long. You're grabbing, you're typing, you're carrying. These are constantly closed or moving, and we just don't give them time. So give it a little breather here. You can go in reverse, also pushing it down, then getting into the top, into the wrist, and the upper part of the forearm. Generally, this seems to be, you have a little bit more give here. We have more meat underneath. On the top, we have a lot of bones, so just be real careful with this one. Whatever you do to one side, go ahead and check it out on the other side. And it might feel different on the other side. That's pretty common. You might definitely notice your dominant side being a little tighter. Let's go ahead and go down. But then just in general, you know the history of your body, if you've ever had a broken finger or if you have wrist problems. Let's get into the wrist. So gentle fists, just go for a few wrist rolls, head the other way. Try that again with the hands open, both ways. And then a nice little one here is just hands together and send them down. When you send them down, it's another way to stretch into it, kind of like what we just did. So you can pick the one you prefer. Also flipping the palms, the hands away from you, and then whatever you like in between. All right, another common area of tension build is the neck and the shoulders. So if you're seated in a chair, well, preferably you're not on a chair with wheels, but I know that's a common one for office places. So just grab to the bottom of your chair, and I just ask that you're grounded, you don't go rolling away. Grab hold of anything you can find on the bottom of the chair, and then whatever arm you're holding with, drop your head in the opposite way. So you just get an opportunity to check in the side of the neck, see how things are feeling over here. And then if you tilt downward, bringing the chin more towards the shoulder, does that change? Does it switch? Does it take it to the back of the neck? What happens if you look up? And if all of that just feels like too much, one, that might just be you have a lot of tension there. You also know the history of your neck, so be gentle. You know, you don't have to be having, this isn't about a death grip either. You're just gently holding onto the chair. Okay, and then you can just move around, explore in here. And bring yourself right back up, release. Let's take it to the other side. Same thing. The more curious you are about where you can find your spot, the better chance you have of finding just that. You know, we all have our knot, that one spot. Maybe it's chronic, or maybe it's just today it built up right here. See if you can find it. Maybe you even want to put a little pressure into it. And right back to neutral. Turn your head a couple times from side to side. And then together, let's just take 3 cleansing breaths. So when I say cleansing, it's just about getting rid of some of the stale air, because we're just sitting around, breathing, not thinking about it. Let's take some purposeful breaths. So exhale, empty out. Start a big inhale, travel all the way up through to the top, even into your collarbones. Open your mouth and do one more like that. Nice big inhale and release. And on this very last one, take in that big breath of fresh air. Give it a little pause at the top. Hold. And then release. And then just take a breather. How do you feel? Maybe you want to close your eyes. Maybe you want to take a few more breaths. But that's it right there. That's the kind of stuff we would do if we did a yoga for desk employees. So I hope you found something in there that works for you, or I hope I get to see you soon and show you some more. Thank you.